Even though battleships existed before the 20th century, in 1906 the British created the first modern battleship we recognize today, the HMS Dreadnought. These ships, though obsolete in modern standards, were the absolute behemoths in their era. The origins for the term battleship can be traced back to the 1880s to describe an ironclad warship, or as historians call it, pre-dreadnought battleships. With these giant weapons in the seas, they revolutionized naval warfare, but people wanted to create an even stronger kind of battleship. The first battlecruisers were designed in the United Kingdom as a development of the armored cruiser, roughly the same time the dreadnought had overtaken the obsolete pre-dreadnought battleships of the 19th century. These ships were first used in the First World War by the British, the Japanese, the Ottomans, and the Australians, and the Germans, most notably at the Battle of Falkland Islands and countless raids and skirmishes in the North Sea and the Battle of Jutland. The British battlecruisers, in particular, suffered heavy losses at Jutland as a result of the poor fire safety and ammunition handling left them vulnerable to magazine explosions of hidden and named turrets from high-caliber shells. The most famous battlecruisers were by the British Empire's HMS Repulse and HMS Hood. At the end of the war, battlecruisers and battleships were becoming heavily armored and faster, sporting larger and more damaging guns. Today, we're going to look at the most famous battlecruiser, the HMS Hood.
May 24th, 1941. The most powerful warship afloat, the German battleship Bismarck and heavy cruiser Prinz Eugen, exchange fire with the pride of the British Navy, HMS Hood and Prince of Wales.
The HMS Hood was commissioned in 1920. She was named after Admiral Samuel Hood. The Hood had design limitations which slowed down its effectiveness but improved when she was under construction. Hood remained the most powerful warship for 20 years until she was sunk in the Battle of Denmark Strait. When war was declared, the Hood was operating out of Iceland and Norway, hunting for German blockade runners and commerce raiders, and joined as a flagship at Force H, which destroyed the French fleet at Algeria, then was dispatched to Scapa Flow as an escort, then later as a defense as a potential German fleet. In May 1941, with the Prince of Wales, the Hood was ordered to intercept the Kriegsmarine's flagship, the Bismarck, who was escorted by a heavy cruiser Prinz Eugen, who were tasked to travel to the Atlantic and disrupt convoys who were supplying Britain in the war. Together with the Prince of Wales, pursued the Bismarck, along with several other Royal Navy capital ships. Hood was commanded by Captain Ralph Kerr and was flying the flag of Vice Admiral Lancelot Holland, who was commanding the British fleet. The British spotted the Bismarck at 5 a.m., but the Germans knew of the fleet's presence, with Prince Eugen's hydrophones picking up Hood's high-speed propellers to the southeast. The British opened fire at 5:52 a.m., with the Hood attacking Prince Eugen, with both Prince Eugen and the Bismarck returned fire at the Hood. One of the Prince Eugen's shells hit Hood's deck, starting a large fire among the ammunition for the anti-aircraft guns and rockets for the UP pounds. Just before 6 a.m., while Hood was trying to return to port to unmask her rear turrets, she was hit again on the deck by Bismarck's fifth salvo fire from 16,000 meters. A shell hit the spawning top, then the deck was showered by body parts and debris. A huge flame had burst out of the Hood, followed by a magazine explosion which destroyed part of the ship. The explosion broke out at the back, then sank in only 3 minutes with her bow vertically in the water. Only 3 men survived: Signalman Ted Briggs, Seaman Robert Tilburn, and Midshipman William John Dundas. The 3 were rescued by the destroyer Electra, with spotted debris but no bodies in the water.